What is impossible without words? WWII. Number 1, languish, languish. Languish, languish. To become weak. Number 2, commiserate, 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 to sympathize. Number 3, abhor, 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 test. Number 4, Gormandize, 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 Gormandize. Eat voraciously. Number 5, condone, 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 forgive. Number 6, importune, Importune, importune. Ask ceaselessly, otherwise to beg. Number 7, Grovel, 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 or Grovel. Roll at someone's feet, Grovel. Number 8, Covet, desire intensely, Covet, Covet, Covet. Number 9, Malinger, 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 Malinger. Vain sickness, Malinger, 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 Malinger. Expiate, expiate. Vitiate, expiate. Atone for. Number 1, they grow pale and weak, often because they are hopelessly in love. They languish, Languish. 2, they sympathize with the sorrows and misfortunes of others. They commiserate, commiserate, commiserate. They hate and loathe crime. They abhor, Abhor, abhor. 4, they are piggish when they sit at the dinner table. They gormandize, Gormandize.
I'm going to put this in.
Yeah. They are kind in their attitude toward the sins of others. They condone them, Condone. They trouble others with their repeated demands. They importune people, Importune, importune. 7, they are abjectly humble, literally grovel. At the feet of others, they grovel. 8, they are envious and wickedly long for the possessions of others. They covet them. 9, they act sick so that they can get out of work and other responsibilities. They malinger. 10, they have to pay for their sins by serving time. They often expiate their crimes in jail. Number 1, eat too much. Gormandize, Gormandize. 2, hire people out, urging them to do something or asking them for something. Importune, Importune. 3, atone for sins, expiate, Expiate. crawl at someone's feet in a low and abject way. Grovel, Grovel. Number 5. Fade away and grow weak and thin, especially for love. Languish. 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 Feel hate and disgusted for something. Abhor, Abhor. Feel compassion and sympathy for someone. Commiserate, Commiserate, commiserate. Long intensely for something that belongs to another. Covet, Covet. Act sick in order to get sympathy or to avoid work. Malinger, Malinger, Malinger. Forgive others' sins or shortcomings. Condone, Condone, condone. Number 1, even with his vicious criminal record, he has still succeeded in keeping out of jail. He hasn't had to expiate his sins. Expiate, E-X-P-I-A-T. Number 2, he commiserates with his friend in his great sorrow. Commiserate, Commiserate, commiserates. 3, she is bitterly jealous and covets her sister's wealth. Covet, Covets. Covets. There are those who eat with discretion and those who gormandize. Gormandize. When the clerk telephoned that he was sick, everyone knew that he was malingering, M-A-L-I-N-G, E-R-I-N-G. 3, it is nauseating to see the humiliating way he grovels, G-R-O-V-E-L-S, before his boss. 7, the merciful often atone. Condone, the merciful often condone the sin of the weak, C-O-N-T-O-N-E. He kept importuning me until I finally said yes. Importuning, I-N-P-O-R-T-U-N-I-N-G. The poor in heart, abhor evil, abhor, A-B-H-O-R, abhor evil. It was sad to see him grow pale and wan, languishing, Languishing, languishing from love. Number 2, with words we govern men, Israeli. Number 1, Abjure, A-B-J-U-R-E, Abjure. To renounce and forswear. Number 2, ostracize, O-S-T-R-A-C-I-Z-E, ostracize. To exclude socially. Repudiate, R-E-P-U-D-I-A-T-E, repudiate. Refuse to acknowledge, repudiate, to refuse to acknowledge, repudiate, to refuse to acknowledge. Proscribe, S-C-R-I-B-E, proscribe, to prohibit. Number 5, nullify, U-L-L-I-F-Y, nullify. To make useless. Number 6, confute, C-O-N-F-U-T-E, confute. To prove to be wrong. Confute, to prove to be wrong. Repudiate, to refuse to acknowledge. Confute, to prove to be wrong. Rescind, RESCIMD, rescind, to repeal as a law. Number 1, the astronomer Galileo was forced to abjure his theory of the rotation of the Earth. 2, after he was involved in a scandal, he was ostracized. OSTRACIZED, ostracized. Abjure, ABJURE. Number 3, the nation repudiated its debts. Repudiated, REPUDIATED, repudiated. 4, dancing and smoking, proscribed by this sect. Proscribed, 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 is dissipated, ways, have nullified all the good the doctors have done. Nullified, NULLIFIED, NULLIFED, nullified. 6, I will confess that your sound organ computes my statement, computes WWTS. 7, the town council needs to rescind the objectionable traffic law. Rescind, RESCIND, rescind. Number 1, he abjured his sinful ways, ABJURED, abjured. 2, he ostracized his dishonest neighbor, ostracized, OSTRACID, OSTRACIZED, ostracized. 3, he repudiated his debts, repudiated, REPUDIATED. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. He proscribed card playing in his home. Proscribed, PROSCRIBED. He nullified the good effects of his diet. Nullified, NULLIFED, nullified, NULLIFED, nullified. 6, he computed his critic. Computed, CONFUTED, computed. He rescinded the orders he had given. Rescinded, RESCINDED, rescinded. Number 1, abjure, ABJURE, abjure. To disclaim, to refuse, to renounce and forswear under oath, to recant. This word comes from the Latin abjuro, to deny on oath. Number 2, ostracize, OSTRACIZE, ostracize. To exclude from all intercourse and social favors. To banish from all privileges. The Greek ostrakon, shell. Shells were used as voting tablets on which the Greeks wrote names of such citizens they wished to banish. 3, repudiate, REPUDIATE, repudiate. To refuse to acknowledge, to disclaim, to renounce, to disown. The Latin repudius, a divorce. Proscribe, to PROSCRIBE, proscribe. To prohibit, to put outside the law. The Latin proscribo, to outlaw. 5, nullify, ULLIFY, to make useless, deprive of effect. Delete, Latin, nullifico, make into nothing. Confute. C-O-N-F-U-T-E, confute. To prove to be wrong. To refute an argument and prove it false. The Latin confuto, to silence. Rescind. To repeal, to annul, to cancel, to abolish. The Latin rescindo, to cut back or to abrogate a law. Exactly the same language, the blood of the soul. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Number 3, verbs of general value. Number 1, they are arrogating to themselves the attributes of God Almighty. Arrogating. A-R-R-O-G-A-T-I-N-G. Arrogating. Claiming unreasonably. 2, this cheap and sensational literature will vitiate the reading habits of our children. Vitiate, V-I-T-I-A-T-E, vitiate, to spoil. 3, he attempted to make a gracious speech in reply, but was stultified by his timidity. Stultified. That's T-U-L-T-I-F-I-E-D, stultified. Made to appear foolish. Or seemed almost determined to alienate my affections. Or alienate, A-L-I-E-N-A-T-E, alienate. To estrange. 5, every family was aggrieved by the new and extortionate taxes. Aggrieved, A-G-G-R-I-E-V-E, aggrieved, unjustly injured. Number 6, they were badly nourished. They were so badly nourished that both intelligence and energy were blighted. E-L-I-G-H-T-E-D, blighted. To impair, impaired. 7, that they practice what they preach. They practice what they preach, they will confound the critics of free enterprise. Confound, C-O-N-F-O-U-N-D, confound. To overwhelm. 8, nothing can countervail our march to victory. Countervail, C-O-U-N-T-E-R, V-A-I-L, countervail, to thwart. Number 9, man may in a measure denude his heart of dreams. Denude, D-E-N-U-D-E, denude, to strip. I disdain to drape grim reality with pretty phrases. Disdain, D-I-S-D-A-I-N, to scorn, disdain, to scorn. Made to appear foolish, stultified, S-T-U-L-T-I-F-I-E, stultified. Counteract or thwart. Countervail, C-O-U-N-T-E-R-V-A-I-L, countervail. Oppressed are unfairly injured. Aggrieved, A-G-G-R-I-E-V-E. Impair and quality or spoil. Vitiate, V-I-T-I-A-T-E, vitiate. Claiming presumptuously. Arrogating, A-R-R-O-G-A-T-I-N-G, arrogating. 6, withered, blighted, B-L-I-G-H-T-E, blighted. 7, alienate, A-L-I-E-N-A-T-E, alienate, dislodge. Perplexed or overwhelmed. Confound, C-O-N-F-O-U-N-D, confound. Number 9, scorn, D-I-S-D-A-I-N, discord. Disdain, disdain, D-I-S-D-A-I-N, disdain. 10, stripped, denude, D-E-N-U-D-E, denude. Anyone who is stultified is still false. Things that vitiate are helpful, false. Anything that we disdain we considered unworthy of us, true. When you confound a person, you throw him into confusion, true. We try to alienate those we love, false. When we denude a person, we deceive him, false. Those who are aggrieved are hurt unfairly, true. Things that are blighted are withered, true. When people are arrogating, they are asking questions, false. Those who countervail wish to help, false. Arrogating, A-R-R-O-G-A-T-I-N-G, arrogating. Taking or claiming unreasonably, ascribing proudly and presumptuously. Usurping, usurping. 2, vitiate, V-I-T-I-A-T-E, vitiate. To impair the quality or make impure. To spoil. 3, stultify, S-T-U-L-T-I-F-I-E-D, stultify. Made to appear foolish. Reduced to foolishness. Made futile. 4, alienate. To estrange. To separate, as though foreign or alien. To make a stranger of. To exclude from confidence and attachment. 5, aggrieve, A-G-G-R-I-V-E, subject to ill treatment, unjustly injured, oppressed. 6, confound, C-O-N-F-O-U-N-D, confound, overwhelmed, discomfort, perplexed. Throw into confusion, defeat. Blighted, B-L-I-G-H-T-E-D, blighted. Cause to decay, ruin. Prostrated, withered, impaired, or destroyed. Denude, D-E-N-U-D-E, denude. Strip the covering from, lay bare. Countervail, C-O-U-N-T-E-R-V-A-I-L, countervail. Offset, opposed with equal power. Counteract, prevail against, thwart. Disdain, D-I-S-D-A-I-N, disdain. To scorn. To consider unworthy. To think unsuitable and beneath one. Number 4. One-syllable verbs. One-syllable verbs of power. Each word was at first a stroke of genius, Emerson. Number 1. Flaunt. Flaunt, F-L-A-U-N-T, flaunt. Make a gaudy display. Flout, L-O-U-T, flout. To treat with contempt. 3. Flay, F-L-A-Y, flay. To criticize severely. Number 4. Flay. Flail. Flail. F-L-A-I-L. Flail. To beat. Number 5. Prate. P-R-A-T-E. Prate. To talk foolishly. Prate. Rail. R-A-I-L. Rail. To utter loud complaints. Wreak. W-R-E-A-K. Wreak. To inflict as vengeance. Raze. R-A-Z-E. Raze. To destroy utterly. Cloy. C-L-O-Y. Cloy. To tire as with too much sweet. Foist. F-O-I-S-T. Foist. To palm off slyly. Number 1. Flaunt your wealth before others. You are making a vulgar display of it. Flaunt. F-L-A-U-N-T. Flaunt. Flout. The opinions of others. Flout. The opinions of another. You are scoffing and treating them with scorn. Scorn. Flout. F-L-O-U-T. Flout. Flay. A person. You are criticizing him bitterly and without mercy. Flay. F-L-A-Y. Flay. Flail. A horse. You are flogging. Flail. F-L-A-I-L. Flail. Prate. About your virtues. You are babbling in a foolish and vain fashion. Prate. P-R-A-T-E. Prate. 6. Rail against bait. You are complaining in a loud and angry manner. Rail. R-A-I-L. Rail. Wreak ruin on an enemy. You are usually inflicting the damage. A spirit of vengeance. Wreak. W-R-E-A-K. Wreak. Raise a building. You utterly demolish it and level it to the ground. Raise. R-A-Z-E. Raise. Cloy your taste with jam. You have sickened of it. Cloy. C-L-O-Y. Cloy. Foist. A fake coin on another. You are palming it off slyly as though it were worth something. Foist. F-O-I-S-T. Foist. Number 1. He was cruel to animals and would continually flay his dunkly. Flay. F-A. Flay. Flay. F-A-I-L. Flay. 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 F-L-A-I-L. Flay. A vain man will often flaunt success in the face of everyone. Flaunt. F-L-A-U-N-T. Flaunt. She was a jealous woman and persistently tried to wreak ruin on her rival. Wreak. W-R-E-A-K. Wreak. The art dealer tried to foist a fake painting on the customer. Foist. F-O-I-S-T. My taste for the theater has been cloyed by too frequent attendance. Hey, are you saying that, Sonny? They foolishly ignored and flouted, F-L-O-U-T-E, the wise advice that they had received. Flout. F-L-O-U-T, treat with contempt. Flout. The enemy bombed the city until they razed it with Not one building left. Raised, R-A-Z-E-D, raised. We humans are apt to rail, R-A-I-L, rail bitterly at our hard luck instead of philosophically accepting it. Rail, R-A-I-L. To utter loud complaints. Rail. Some others prate about the cleverness of their children until it becomes sickening. Prate, P-R-A-T-E, prate. I have never heard a man Flay, to criticize severely. I have never heard a man Flay another in such a vicious and angry fashion. Flay, F-L-A-Y, Flay. See, syllables govern the world. Number 5, verbs of action. Number 1, devastate, D-E-V-A-S-T-A-T, devastate. Lay waste. Number 2, enjoin, E-N-J-O-I-N, enjoin. Urge. Instigate, I-N-S-T-I-G-A-T-E, instigate. Goad to action. Number 4, effectuate, E-F-F-E-C-T-U-A-T-E, effectuate. Bring about. Number 5, expedite, E-X-P-E-D-I-T-E, expedite. To speed up, expedite. Number 6, preempt, P-R-E-M-P-T, preempt. Acquire beforehand. Number 7, coerce, C-O-E-R-C-E, coerce. To force, coerce. Extirpate, E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T-E, extirpate. Root out. 9, commandeer, C-O-M-M-A-N-D-W-R, commandeer. Seize for military or public use. Embroil, E-M-B-R-O-I-L, embroil. To involve, embroil. Number 1, soldiers are supposed to destroy. They bomb towns, dynamite buildings, and set fire to them. It is their business to lay waste and to devastate the countryside. Devastate, D-E-V-A-S-T-A-T-E, devastate. Number 2, a criminal can have an honest change of heart. He may have decided that crookedness doesn't pay out. The judge will enjoin, E-N-J-O-I-N, him to avoid dishonesty. Enjoin, E-N-J-O-I-N, enjoin, urge. Number 3, there are those saboteurs who wish to overthrow our type of government. They work hard to incite divisions in our ranks. They conspire to instigate revolution. Instigate, I-N-S-T-I-G-A-T-E, instigate. Number 4, many leaders in the field of education are making an effort to improve the methods now being used in our schools and colleges. They are trying to effectuate a change. Effectuate, E-F-F-E-C-T-U-A-T-E, effectuate. Number 5, When you are in a hurry and wish to get service in a restaurant, sometimes a tip will help you expedite matters. Expedite, E-X-P-E-D-I-T-E, expedite. 6. You are planning to buy a certain desirable plot on which to build a factory. Watch out. Competitor may get there first and preempt the land. Preempt, R-E-E-M-P-T, preempt. When you want a man to do certain things, you usually have to win him over by act. You rarely can coerce him. C-O-E-R-C-E, coerce. Coerce. Number 8, gambling is right in your town. Criticism is reaching high places and reputations are being flattened. A decent businessman are determined to extirpate, E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T-E, extirpate, rhyme. Extirpate, E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T-E. Extirpate. 9. If a war is on and a government has asked your factory to turn over its material to the army, you had better comply, or they may commandeer product. Commandeer, C-O-M-M-A-N-D-W-R, commandeer. 10. If you are an outsider with a heart of wisdom, not to take sides in a family dispute, sure as you do, it will embroil you. Embroil, E-M-B-R-O-I-L. Number 1. As sure as you take part in that dispute, it will embroil you. E-M-B-R-O-I-L. Watch out. Some early arrival will preempt your favorite share. Preempt, P-R-E-M-P-T, preempt. Number 3. The better element among sportsmen are bound to extirpate your favorite share. Extirpate. Better element among sportsmen are bound to extirpate crookedness from basketball. Extirpate. E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T. Number 4. It seems that each year a hurricane is slated to devastate the island. Devastate. D-E-V-A-S-T-A-T-E. Number 5. The citizens are dissatisfied with the police force and wish to effectuate. Effectuate. E-F-F-E-C-T-U-A-T-E. Effectuate. 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 Perform. Reform. Number 6. By enjoin you, exchange your ways. E-N-J-O-I-N, enjoin. Number 7. The agitators are trying to instigate a strike. Instigate, I-N-S-T-I-G-H-T-E, instigate. Tell the waitress you are in a hurry. That will expedite matters. Number 9. In time of war, the government will sometimes commandeer the services of your employees. Number 10. You'll never get him to do that disagreeable job unless you coerce him. Number 1. Devastate, D-E-V-A-S-T-A-T-E, devastate, lay waste. 2. Enjoin, E-N-J-O-I-N, urge. Number 3. Instigate, I-N-S-T-I-G-A-T-E, instigate. Go to action. 4. Effectuate, 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 effectuate. Effectuate, 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 effectuate. E-F-F-E-C-T-U-A-T-E, effectuate. To bring about. 5. Expedite. E-X-P-E-D-I-T-E, expedite. Speed up. Number 6. Preempt. P-R-E-M-P-T, preempt. Acquire beforehand. 7. Coerce. C-O-E-R-C-E, coerce. Force. Number 8. Extirpate. Extirpate. E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T-E, extirpate. E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T-E, extirpate. Extirpate. E-X-T-I-R-P-A-T-E. To root out, extirpate. Number 9. Commandeer. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-W-R, commandeer. C is for military or public use. Embroil, E-M-B-R-O-I-L, broil, which is involve. After the previous most difficult test, it might be restful to try something entirely different. And you identify these 8 new words that end in A-T-E. They are not all words of exceptional power. Number 1, resign from a kingship. Abdicate, A-B-D-I-C-A-T-E, abdicate. Number 2, tell or relate. Narrate, N-A-R-R-A-T-E, narrate. 3, clear from suspicion. Vindicate, V-I-N-D-I-C-A-T-E, vindicate. Number 4, blot out completely. Obliterate, O-B-L-I-T-E-R-A-T-E, obliterate. 5, set apart for a solemn purpose. Dedicate, D-E-D-I-C-A-T-E, dedicate. 6, command with authority. Dictate, D-I-C-T-A-T-E, dictate. 7, start a sudden and premature action. Precipitate, P-R-E-C-I-P-I-T-A-T-E, precipitate. Number 8, lie with. Emulate, E-M-U-L-A-T-E, emulate. Number 1, let us dedicate our lives to serving our country. Dedicate, D-I-C-A-T-E, dedicate. 2, we should honor the memory and emulate the virtues of George Washington. Emulate, E-M-U-L-A-T-E, emulate. Number 3, the conqueror will dictate his terms to the defeated enemy. Dictate, D-I-C-T-A-T-E, dictate. 4, there are dramatic occasions when a king has been forced to abdicate his throne. A-B-D-I-C-A-T-E, abdicated. 5, he was able to vindicate his honor and good name. Vindicate, V-I-N-D-I-C-A-T-E, vindicate. 6, the criminal tried to obliterate every trace of evidence of his crime. Obliterate, O-B-L-I-T-E-R-A-T-E, obliterate. Number 7, this drastic and unfair law will precipitate riots. Precipitate, P-R-E-C-I-P-I-T-A-T-E, precipitate. He loved to narrate the story of his adventurous life. Narrate, N-A-R-R-A-T-E, narrate. Stop. Number 6. Words are the instrument that makes good possible, Jed. Verbs that suggest violence. Lacerate, Lacerate, lacerate. Ravage, Ravage, ravage. Decimate, Decimate, decimate. Subvert, Subvert, subvert. Extort, Extort, extort. Sabotage, Sabotage, sabotage. Jeopardize, Jeopardize, jeopardize. Decapitate, 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 decapitate. Number one, word, Lacertus, 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 Lacertus. Appears in Latin and gives us a valuable English term. It comes from the verb lacero. It means to tear. That is, your skin can be torn roughly by a nail. In similar fashion, your feelings can be torn too. What does a neighbor do when she hurts and wounds your feelings deeply? She lacerates them. Lacerates, Lacerates, lacerates. Ravage, Ravage, ravage. Here we face a more complicated history. Sometimes the words that come down to us from other languages and their meaning and change in their spellings. This has happened. Under French, the word became Abhor and entered our language as ravage. So what do enemy troops do when they lay waste to a country? They ravage it, ravage, ravage. Decimate, Decimate, decimate. If there was a mutiny in a Roman army, standard punishment to take one out of every 10 soldiers and put him to death. In Latin, decem, decim, means 10. Decimo, decimo, take a 10, which is what they did when they punished the boys. They spread the word decimate, which is very close to the English word that we are considering. So what does an army do to the forces of the enemy when it destroys a large part of them? It decimates them. Cimates. Subvert, Subvert. Subvert. At this point, we come to a word that we took over almost bodily from that term, subverto, overthrow. This parent word breaks up into the Latin parts sub, under, and verto, to turn. Revolutionists turn under the institution of a country when they overthrow and destroy its political structure. What do they do to that nation? They subvert it. Subvert, S-U-B-V-E-R-T. Extort. Here again, we are considering an English word taken almost letter for letter from the classics. In Latin, extorsus meant twisted out, so wrested away, usually by force. How do the police under a dictatorship twist out or take a confession from a prisoner? They extort, in fact. E-X-T-O-R-T, extort, sabotage, C-B-O-T-A-G-E, sabotage. The French word sabot, sabat, means the wooden shoe or shoes bought by the peasants who couldn't afford leather ones. The French term sabat is the verb saboteur, which means to do work badly, or to destroy a plant or machinery locally so as to win a strike. Why this meaning grew out of the verb for shoe, we don't know. In similar circumstances, what do we say that our American workers do to their employer's property? They sabotage it. Sabotage. S-A-B-O-T-A-G-E, sabotage. Jeopardize. J-E-O-P-A-R-D-I-Z-E, jeopardize. In Old French, the words, you party, you party, you party, meant in the field of sports, game divided. That is, an even or equally divided game. When a game is even, each player feels that he is in danger of losing. And for this reason, the word jeu party, J-E-U-P-A-R-T-I-G, jeu party, also grew to mean uncertainty. And finally, these words became jeopardy and jeopardized in English. The English word grew stronger with the years. Now, when soldiers enter a dangerous battle, they jeopardize their life. Jeopardize, J-E-O-P-A-R-D-I-Z-E, jeopardize. Decapitate, D-E-C-A-P-I-T-A-T-E, decapitate. D-E-C-A-P-I-T-A-T-E, decapitate. In Latin, the word decapito splits into D-E-R, and kaput, head, or off with his head. In China, what do the executioners usually do to their victims? They decapitate him. Decapitate, D-E-C-A-P-I-T-A, decapitate. Number 1, lacerate, to tear. Number 2, got it now. Ravage, to lay waste or destroy, R-A-V-A-G-E. Decimate, D-E-C-I-M-A-T-E, decimate, to kill a large part of the enemy. 4, subvert, S-U-B-V-E-R-T, to overthrow. 5, extort, E-X-T-O-R-T, extort, to obtain from a person by violence. 6, decapitate, 6, decapitate, chop somebody's head off, decapitate, D-E-C-A-P-I-T-A-T-E, decapitate. 7, jeopardize, J-E-O-P-A-R-D-I-Z-E, jeopardize, place in danger. Sabotage, S-A-B-O-T-A-G-E, sabotage, to damage an employer's plant. Number 1, the racketeer at the point of a gun extorted money from his victim. Extorted. E-X-T-O-R-T-E-D, extorted. Number 2, the strikers were bitter and sabotaged the factory. Sabotage. S-A-B. S-A-B-O-T-A-G-E, sabotage. 3, Attili Baham, ravaged, R-A-V-A-G-E, ravaged the village as he marched through his destroying hordes. 4, in Old England, the executioner often decapitated the criminal. D-E-C-A-P-A-T-E-D, decapitated. 5, the slaughter was great, as the defenders decimated, the invaders decimated, CIMATED, decimated. Mountain climbers continually jeopardize their lives. To jeopardize, P-O-R-D-I-C-E-D. The rough edges of sarcasm are apt to lacerate the feelings of a sensitive person. Lacerate. L-A-C-E-R-A-T-E, lacerate. Communists plan to sabotage the government. Sabotage, S-A-B-O-T-A-G-E, sabotage. One good way to build a vocabulary is to change words to other parts of speech. Can you transform or transfer these verbs into their noun forms? Simple them. Do not change at all. 1. Laceration, L-A-C-E-R-A-T-I-O-N, laceration. 2. Ravage, R-A-V-A-G-E, don't change the spelling. Decimation, D-E-C-I-M-A-T-I-O-N, decimation. 4. Subversion, should be B-E-R-S-I-O-N, subversion. Extortion, E-X-T-O-R-T-I-O-N, extortion. Number 6. Decapitation, D-E-C-A-P-I-T-A-T-I-O-N, decapitation. Jeopardize, jeopardy, jeopardize, noun form is jeopardy. J-E-O-P-A-R-D-Y, jeopardy, noun form. Sabotage, S-A-B-O-T-A-G-E, sabotage, ravage, stays the same. All right, Duke. They adver. Now, wait a minute, they're called big. Most men paint fish or collect stamps. My hobby is the dictionary, Asher's. Number 1. They adver, that you have been faithful and have carried out the orders. Adver, A-V-E-R, adver, to assert. To declare positively, to assert formally, to affirm confidentially from positive knowledge as I aver that my motives are sincere. Number 2, in order to gain votes, the politician pandered to the greed of the people. Pandered, P-A-N-D-E-R, pander. To beg, to minister to the passions and prejudice of others, usually for personal profit, as the religious charlatan panders to the fear of the people. 3. He is beset on every side with trouble. Beset, B-E-S-E-T, beset. To be bothered and harassed. Harassed, embarrassed, attacked on all sides. Hemmed in, encompassed, as millions in India are beset by starvation and abject poverty. Number 4, a judge will often adjure the prisoner to lead a better life. Adjure, A-D-J-U-R-E, adjure. To entreat earnestly, to earnestly entreat, to urge, to appeal to solemnly command, as we adjure you not to criticize our action until you hear our side of the story. Inure, adjure. Years of failure began to toughen and inure him to disappointment. Inure, I-N-U-R-E, inure. To harden. to harden or toughen, to become habituated or accustomed to, as the inhabitants of the Arctic are inured, to cold, inured to cold. Number 6, look out or she will use her charms to inveigle you into marriage against your will. Inveigle, I-N-V-E-I-G-L-E, inveigle. To entice, inveigle, to entice. To beguile, to wheedle, to persuade by deception or flattery, as the agent inveigles his client into an unwise investment. Number 7, they have honest appearing faces, but their actions belie their looks, belie, B-E-L-I-E, belie, to prove false, to give the lie to show to be wrong, to misrepresent, as his brave front belied his cowardly heart. Goodbye. What's next? Number 8, disgorge. Awesome sight. It was an awesome sight to watch Vesuvius, disgorge in smoke and smoke loud lava. Disgorge, D-I-S-G-O-R-G-E, disgorge. To eject, disgorge. To eject or to vomit is a volcano that discharges molten lava. Also, a gambler may be forced to discharge his ill-gotten gains. A coast, A-C-C-O-S-T, a coast. A reporter's plan to accost the senator as soon as he came out of the White House. Accost, A-C-C-O-S-T. To speak to first. To come up and speak to first. To approach and address with a remark, as he was a friendly man who was apt to accost any strangers. Coruscate. C-O-R-U-S-C-A-T-E. Coruscate. To sparkle. Coruscate. To sparkle. Coruscate. To give out sparkles of light. To flash or glitter. As a dawagger, barely coruscated jewels. Number 11. It is satiate, S-A-T-I-A-T-E, satiate. Your food is so heavy that if I eat any more, it will satiate me. Satiate, to gratify beyond the natural desire. Satiate, to fill to repletion, to satisfy beyond the natural desire, to disgust with weary with too much. As the little boy became satiated with sweets. Number 12. Incriminate, I-N-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-E, incriminate. He was only suspected of tax fraud. This new evidence will surely incriminate him. Incriminate, I-N-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-E, incriminate. To connect with crime or to charge with crime. To show to be guilty, as he refused to answer as he claimed it might incriminate him. I-N-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-E, incriminate him. He has suffered so long. Number 1, he has suffered so long that he has become used to the pain. He is inured. He is inured by the pain. Inured You're, you're, I-N-U-R-E, you're thing. He has eaten so much food that he feels stuffed and comfortable. He is satiated, S-A-T-I-A-T-E-D, satiated with food. He wheedled the man into buying a worthless stock. He inveigled into buying. Inveigled, I-N-V-E-I-G-L-E, inveigled. He has investigated, and his crime was discovered. The evidence was incriminating. For incriminating, I-N-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-I-N-G, incriminating. Number 5, he gained his office by making promises that appealed to the greedy of the people. He pandered to the passions of the people. Pandered, P-A-N-D-E-R-E-D. Number 6. He solemnly commanded the young man to mend his ways. He abjured the young man to mend his ways. Abjured, A-D-J-U-R-E. Number 7. He asserted positively that he had paid the bill. He averred that he had paid the bill. Averred, A-V-E-R-R-E-D, averred. Number 8. So the icicles, like so many gems, sparkling in the sun. So the icicles, corserating. Corserating. Corserating, C-O in the sun. Corserating, C-O-R-U-S-C-A-T-I-N-G, coruscating, C-O-R-U-S-C-A-T-I-N-G, coruscating. Number 9. He stopped the man in the back and spoke to him. He accosted, A-C-C-O-S-T-E, he made Flout give up his games. He made Flout disgorge his games, D-I-S-G-O-R-G-E. His rash manner covered up his natural shyness. All manner belied his shyness, B-E-L-I-E. Well, he was surrounded and harassed by a gang of hoodlums. He was beset by hoodlums, B-E-S-E-T, beset. Number 1. You normally aver that something is so when you're not sure. No. 2. Is a charlatan apt to pander the prejudice of people? Yes. When you are surrounded by difficulties, are you beset? Yes. When you are an to cruel, are you sensitive to it? No. When your deeds belie your high moral attitude, do they confirm it? No. When a salesman beggars you into buying an article, he is apt to be cheating you. Yes. When you accost a man, you generally pass by without speaking. No. You are satiated with food. Have you had too much? Yes. When you endure a person, are you entreating him earnestly? Yes. When an object coruscates, is it dull and lifeless? No. If you are incriminated, are you involved in a crime? Yes. When you disgorge something, do you swallow it? No. Second week. How forcible are right words. How forcible are right words. Job 6 chapter 25th verse. verbs of exceptional power. Number one, have you ever been in a situation where you were disconcerted and taken back? Where you were in a quandary, puzzled, and really brought to a mental standstill? How can we explain your situation in a single word? You were nonplussed. Nonplused. Nonplussed. Meaning disconcerted, taken back, brought to a mental standstill, puzzled, in a quandary. Number two, in his day, Abraham Lincoln was reviled by many. He was subject to the more of the tests than Roosevelt and Truman put together. But today, he has become a legend and hero. His character and his life receive nothing but praise. He is eulogized. 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 Meaning praised highly. Spoken in praise of the life and character of someone. Number three, in the very often in superstitious days, certain rites were performed to cast out evil spirits. They were exorcised. Now we use this word in many another fashion. We hope, for instance, to devise plans that will banish war. The spirit of war must be exorcised. Exorcised. E-X-O-R-C-I-S-E-D. Exorcised. Meaning cast out as something evil, expelled by prayer. Number four, you can, of course, recall more than one occasion in your life when you have been completely absorbed in something of great interest. We will say that it was an exciting novel filled with suspense. You were so intent on your reading that the whole world around you was shut out. You didn't even notice that a friend of yours had entered the room. You were too engrossed. Engrossed, E-N-G-R-O-S-S-E-D, engrossed. Absorbed, completely occupied. Number five, here is a habit that probably isn't limited to old age, but it is more apt to be a practice of the old rather than of the young. You have sometimes heard undoubtedly gentlemen grumbling, mumbling, muttering incoherently about something. He was moordering, M-A-U-D-E-R-I-N-G, moordering meaning grumbling, murmuring incoherently, and muttering. Moordering, M-A-U-D-E-R-I-N-G, moordering. The word spawn applies to the eggs of fish. Number six, the word spawn applies to the eggs of fish, especially when they are extruded masses. But it is often used derisively and contemptuously in other ways. What has a degraded neighborhood done? It has spawned criminals. Spawned, One-Syllable, S-P-A-U-N-D, spawned, meaning generated or produced offsprings, brought forth abundantly, spawned. Number seven, men of distinction are usually men of energy and drive. They are often moved to seek high position or great power, and they are driven by a strong desire to fame or honor. They are actuated, A-C-T-U-A-T-E, actuated, meaning incited to action, impelled, influence. Number 8. All normal human beings court the esteem of other people. Part of the punishment of an evildoer is that he forfeits the respect of his fellow men. What happens, for instance, to those in high office who are convicted of graft? What does public opinion do to them? It holds them up to scorn and ridicule. It polarizes these agents of crime. Polarizes, P-I-L-L-O-R-I-E-S, polarizes, meaning polarizes, holds up to scorn, ridicules, abuses. Number 9. Dictator nations are not usually content merely to win a war. They want not only to conquer and subdue the other people. It is usually their ambition to make the inhabitants of the defeated nations subservient and to reduce them almost to slavery. They wish to subjugate the people. That should be J-U-G-A-T-E, subjugate the people. Number 10. You are Prime Minister of a great country. You want to convince the other nations that you do not desire war. You realize that your statement to this effect must be an emphatic one. So you decide to make a positive declaration of your wish for quiet, order, and security. You speak earnestly and solemnly. You asseverate your peaceful intentions. Asseverate, A-S-S-E-V-E-R-A-T-E. A-S-S-E-V-E-R-A-T-E, asseverate. Asseverate, meaning assert emphatically, affirm positively, state solemnly, declare earnestly and positively. Asseverate. Number 11. She is a snobbish type. She has received an invitation for people who she believes are her social inferiors. Number 11. She is a snobbish type. She has received an invitation from people she believes are social inferiors. Whenever she has met them, she has patronized them, treated them with lovely condescension. But she finally decides that it won't hurt her socially to go to the party. She deigns to accept the invitation. Deigns. D-E-I-G-N-S, D-E-I-G-N-S, deigns. 12. Deigns. Get this thing early. Deigns, D-E-I-G-N-S, deigns. Condescends, stoops patronizingly, makes something worthy thinks something worthy of some notice. Deigns. All right, Doogie Deigns. The general has given orders for a dawn attack. But during the night, receives news that the enemy has vast reinforcements on the way. To attack at the moment would be hazardous. What must he do? To his original orders. He must countermand. Countermand. C-O-U-N-T-E-R-M-A-N-D. Countermand. Recall by a contrary order. Cancel. Revoke a previous order or command. Number 13. When an enemy invades the city of another nation, it takes over certain buildings for its own use. What does it do? It expropriates them. Expropriates. Expropriates. E-X-P-R-O-P-R-I-A-T-E-S. Expropriates. Expropriates. Takes from a private owner for public use. Takes away from an individual for use by the state. Expropriate. 14. Some people do not believe in a college education. They undervalue it and speak slightingly about it. They disparage it. Disparage. D-I-S-P-A-R-A-G-E. Disparage. Speak slightingly. Undervalue. Another word, somewhat stronger than disparage, is denigrate. Denigrate. D-E-N-I-G-R-A-T-E. Denigrate. Which means to make an attack on the reputation of someone in order to defame him and blacken his name. We find still another unpleasant word in impun. 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 I-M-P-U-G-N. Impun. Impun. I-M-P-U-G-N. Impun. Which means to challenge or gainsay. When you impugn a man's motive, you question them. Impun. Number 15, you are enraged at someone who has done you a grave injustice. You heap reproof on him. You scold him, rail at him, chide him severely. You berate him, B-E-R-A-T-E, berate him. To scold severely, to rail at. Berate, B-E-R-A-T-E, berate. To scold severely, to rail at, to use insolent language, to give vent to noisy reproach. Number 16. They are a small but dangerous group who are intent on getting into power. They know the only way that they can overthrow the government is by stirring up the masses. They are rabble-rousers. They incite revolution. Incite, I-N-C-I-T-E, incite. Stir up, instigate, arouse, stimulate. Another word with a similar meaning is impel. This means to drive or urge forward. Impel, I-M-P-E-L. This means to drive or urge forward, to encourage or excite to action. To push or force forward, ambition, for instance, will impel you to put forth greater effort. Number 1. Disliked the man and didn't even deign to give him a glance. Deign. E-D-I-G-N. Number 2. We heard him asseverate good intentions, but his actions belied his words. Asseverate, A-S-S-E-V-E-R-A-T-E, asseverate. Number 3, and a woman can only work together effectively if they are actuated by a desire to contribute to a common effort. Actuated. A-C-T-U-A-T-E-D, actuated. Number 4. Situation, it reverse itself, forced him to countermand the order he had given in the morning. Countermand, C-O-U-N-T-E-R-M-A-N-D, countermand. Number 5. The angry woman stood with arms akimbo, started to berate him like a fishwife. Berate. E-R-A-T-E, berate. Number 6. I tried to understand what he was saying, but the old man was mortaring in his beard. Mortaring. A-U-D-E-R-I-N-G, mortaring. 7. This one objectionable volume has spawned a progeny of obscene books. Spawn. That's P-A-W-N-E-D, spawn. Number 8, public opinion, or plural. These agents of crime. Plurry, P-I-L-L-O-R-Y, plurry. Number 9, enemy planned to expropriate the houses of many residents. Use them for their own purpose. Expropriate. E-X-P-R-O-P-R-I-A-T-E, expropriate. Number 10. The will to war cannot be excoriated by mere resolution declaration. Exorcism. E-X-O-R, C-I-S-D, exorcis. Number 11. He sat completely engrossed in the throttle. Engrossed, E-N-G-R-O-S-D, engrossed. 12. Thomas Paine was both reviled, eulogized in his lifetime. Eulogized, E-U-L-O-G-I-Z, E-U-L-O-G-I-Z, E-U-L-O-G-I-Z. 13. Maybe hard in the end. Subjugate, and exploit 400 million people. 14. They were dumbfounded and nonplussed. A strange woman were not in the habit of flying into this airport. Nonplussed. N-O-N-P-L-U-S-E-D, nonplussed. 15. When you incite race hatred, you do not further brotherhood. Incite, I-N-C-I-T. 16. You will discourage him if you continually, you will discourage him if you continually disparage his efforts. Disparage. D-I-S-P-A-R-A-G-E, disparage. Words are the soul's ambassadors. Howl. Verbs of deep emotion. We are apt to become so used to words that we take them for granted. We accept these little mysterious black and white hieroglyphics that appear on a printed page as a matter of course. We forget that each word is alive, filled with black magic. Try and look at all the words that you read with fresh eyes, as though you've never seen them before. Once again, the romantic history behind these words will help us We'll discuss the biographies one by one. Number one, fulminate, Fulminate, fulminate. Here we have an English word based on the Latin term fulminatus, from fulmineo, meaning to lighten, to lighten and plunder. So when a reformer fulminates from the pulpit, he is lightning and plundering against wickedness of some sort. He is issuing a threat against some variety of sin or crime. Number two, enthralled. E-N-T-H-R-A-L-L, enthralled. This case, first syllable, E-N, in. Thrall is from an old English word that meant a serf or a slave. This term has weakened with the years, as some do. Now a girl can be held enthralled or enthralled by a man or an opera or a beautiful scene. That is, she can be captivated or fascinated or charmed by such things. Number three, harangue, H-A-R-A-N-G-U-E, harangue. During political campaigns, we are subject to the orator's harangues, a curious word taken over in Old French from a French word related to Old High German, Old English iron, the ring, people who stood around to hear a public address. Nowadays, a harangue is the tiresome, bombastic oration we sometimes have to sit around and listen to. Number four, acclaim, A-C-C-L-A-I-M, claim. An English word that is very near to its Latin ancestor, acclamo, which meant to cry out. When we acclaim a hero, cry out and shout our praise and applause. We acclaim champion victor. We hail him noisily as such. Number five, abominate, A-B-O-M-I-N-A-T-E, abominate. To the Greeks and Romans, omens were signs of things to come. And in this sorry world of ours, we often dread the future. It seems ominous to us. This useful word also derives from the Latin term omen. When we abominate anything, we are almost using a Latin phrase. For the word is from A-B-O-A and omen, O-M-E-N, omen. We hate and loathe abominable things. They are of evil omen, and we want them to stay away from us. Number six, adulate, adulate, A-D-U-L-A-T-E, adulate. When you adulate